right now, while most people are sleeping, while most people are making excuses. You are preparing for war. Not with the world, not with your competition, not with the people who doubted you. You are going to war with yourself. The version of you that wants comfort. The version of you that wants shortcuts. The version of you that says, maybe tomorrow. The version of you that quits when things get hard. That version dies today. Because right now, you are not scared. You are prepared. You are not weak. You are a machine built through struggle, built through sacrifice, built through discipline. Nobody gets in the way of your dreams. Nobody gets in the way of your growth. Nobody gets in the way of your purpose. And if they try, they will be left behind. Because you have made a decision. You will sacrifice until you reach the very top. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times life knocks you down, no matter how many storms try to tear you from your path, you will get back up. Again, and again, and again. When your body screams no, you scream back yes. When your mind says stop, you take another step. When the world says slow down, you press forward. Because strength is not built when life is easy. Strength is built when every part of you wants to quit and you keep going anyway. That is where warriors are forged. That is where character is built. And that is where greatness begins. The man in the mirror knows the truth. He knows every excuse. He knows every shortcut. He knows every promise you made and failed to keep. You can fool the world. You can fool your friends. You can fool your family. But you cannot fool the man in the mirror. Today, he is watching. Today, he wants to know if your actions match your words. Today, he wants to know if you are serious. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because one day will be your last day. One last workout. One last opportunity. One last chance to become better. But nobody knows when that day is coming. That's why today matters. That's why right now matters. And that's why this moment matters. Life is a mountain. Most people spend their entire lives standing at the bottom, talking, wishing, dreaming, waiting for confidence, waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect moment. But warriors, they climb. They climb when it rains. They climb when they are tired. They climb when nobody believes. They climb when nobody is watching. And sometimes, they climb completely alone. The hardest walk you will ever have to make is often the walk you make by yourself. No applause, no encouragement, no crowd cheering your name, just you. One step, then another, then another. But understand this, those lonely miles are not a punishment, they are preparation. Because the strongest people are not built in crowds, they're built in silence, built in struggle, built during the moments when nobody sees what they're becoming. To all you fighting battles nobody understands, stay strong, keep going. The hardest walks lead to the greatest destinations. The hardest climbs lead to the best views. And the darkest of nights create the brightest of dawns. Never forget that. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. Pain is the gatekeeper standing between who you are and who you could become. Everybody wants greatness. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants the view from the top. But very few are willing to pay the price required to get there. Pain is the price. Sacrifice is the price. Discipline is the price. And you will pay it gladly. Because what waits at the top is worth it. Do not lower your standards to fit into this world. Do not shrink yourself so others feel comfortable. You were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out. You were born to lead. You were born to become something greater than what people expected. They say the wolf atop the hill is not as hungry as the wolf climbing the hill. So be that wolf climbing the hill. Always hungry, always learning, always improving, always searching for another level. Never satisfied, never complacent, never comfortable, because comfort is where dreams go to die. Every morning when you wake up, ask yourself a question. What drives you? What is your purpose? What burns inside of you when nobody else is looking? Because if you don't know what drives you, life will drive you wherever it wants. Purpose is your compass. Purpose is your weapon. Purpose is your fire. Purpose is what gets you out of bed when motivation disappears. Purpose is what keeps you moving when discipline is all you have left. There will be days when motivation is gone. Days when you are tired. Days when you are hurt. Days when you are discouraged or want to quit. Those days are coming. They come for everyone. The question is not whether they will come. The question is what you will do when they arrive. Will you fold? Will you surrender? Will you throw in the towel? Or will you rise? Will you fight? Will you become the person you promised yourself you would become? Now listen carefully. Winning is not talent. Winning is not luck. Winning is not being born different. Winning is a mindset. Winning is a decision. Winning is what happens when you decide that excuses are no longer acceptable. Winning is what happens when your desire to succeed becomes greater than your fear of failure. Anybody can work hard when they feel motivated. Champions work hard when they don't. Anybody can fight when they're winning. Champions fight when they're losing. Anybody can keep going when the road is smooth. And champions keep going when the storm is at its worst. Effort is the great equalizer. Effort will get you the win when talent is taking the day off. Effort will carry you when confidence disappears. Effort will drive you home when everyone expects you to quit. Effort is why ordinary people become extraordinary. The world loves talent, but talent without discipline is wasted potential. Talent without sacrifice is unfinished business. Talent without effort is nothing more than a gift left unopened. You do not need to be the most talented. You need to be the most relentless, the most consistent, the most disciplined, the one willing to keep going when everyone else stops. Because winning begins the moment you get tired of losing. The moment you decide enough is enough. The moment you just stop negotiating with weakness. The moment you stop waiting for permission. The moment you stop waiting for perfect conditions. That is where winning begins. As you grow, understand something important. Not everyone will celebrate your transformation. Not everyone will applaud your discipline. Not everyone will support your journey. Because every time they see you chasing their dreams, they're reminded they abandoned theirs. Every time they see your commitment, they're reminded of their excuses. Every time they see your growth, they're reminded they chose comfort. Some will say you've changed. Good. That was always the goal. You were supposed to change. You were supposed to grow. You were supposed to reinvent yourself. The person you are becoming would never fit inside the life you used to live. Do not apologize for your growth. Do not apologize for your ambitions. Do not apologize for becoming stronger. Somebody is waiting for you to fail. Somebody is waiting for you to quit. Somebody is waiting for you to prove them right. Do not give them that satisfaction. But more importantly, do not give yourself that disappointment. Because this is no longer about proving them wrong. This is about proving yourself right. Proving that you are capable. Proving that your dreams matter. Proving that your sacrifices meant something. Proving that your purpose is real. Fight back. Fight back against the excuses. Fight back against the weakness. Fight back against the fear. Fight back against every voice that tells you it cannot be done. Fight for your dreams. Fight for your future. Fight for your family. Fight for your goals. Fight for the promises you made to yourself. Fight because nobody else can do it for you. Fight because your future is earned, not given. Fight because you refuse to live a life filled with regret. And if you throw me to the wolves, know this: I will return, leading the pack. Not because I was lucky, not because I was gifted, because I adapted, because I endured, because I suffered, because I refused to quit, and because I refused to break. One day, people will look at your life and wonder how you did it. They will call it luck. They will call it talent. They will call it timing. But you will know the truth. The truth is that every victory was paid for in sacrifice. Every achievement was paid for in discipline. Every success was paid for one step at a time, one battle at a time, one day at a time. And when that day comes, let it be said that you gave everything. Let it be said that you never quit. Let it be said that when the storms came, you stood your ground. Let it be said that when the path became difficult, you kept moving forward. Let it be said that when life tested you, you answered. Not with words, not with excuses, but with action. Because in the end, you will not be remembered for what you intended to do. You will be remembered for what you did, for the battles you fought, for the promises you kept, for the man you became. So when your story is written, make sure it is a story worth telling. Make sure it is a story worth remembering. Make sure it is a story that proves one thing, that no matter how steep the mountain, no matter how fierce the storm, no matter how many times life tested you, you left no doubt about who you were.